I'm Kwame Anthony Appiah. I teach philosophy at NYU in the college and the law school, and I'm this year's recipient of the Kluge Prize. Human lives are made as men and women and non-binary people, and as blacks and whites and Asians, and as gay and straight and bisexual and people and so on, as Ghanaians, as Americans, as Catholics, as Protestants. And these identities are really central to making a life, and therefore to making a decent life, making a life that's a successful life. And just sort of thinking about that. I'm not saying nobody had ever said anything relevant to this before. Aristotle said things that are relevant to this. John Stuart Mill said things that are relevant to this. But putting it together as a package required the availability of the concept of identity. And that's what I tried to do. So philosophy is got names on it, but it's basically a collective activity. And it's part of a wider collective activity, which is the human conversation about what matters in the world, about how we should live together, about what we owe to one another, about how the world works. And that has to be a conversation, and a conversation in the following sense. I'm not preaching, I'm not telling other people what to think. I'm bringing to a conversation things that I think are helpful so that people can decide what to think for themselves. And that's what they're bringing to me, right? I mean, in good conversations, they're not telling me this is what you should think. They're saying, here's a point of view, here's an angle, here's a fact that's relevant. Don't you think in the light of that fact you should adjust your view? And I'm deciding whether to adjust my view. So I think of philosophy very much as not just thinking together with philosophers, but our role in the culture is to think together with other people, but not to tell them what to think. In order to think, it's thinking with people.